Alright, hello everyone, welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and I hope you're all having a good work in progress Wednesday. And if you are working on anything, let me know what you've been working on lately. I'm trying to get these hydras done, finally. We're making some pretty good progress. Got the bases here. You probably see it better on this one. Just got to give a wash to all the details and stuff like that, the bases. And then finish them off, and we're looking pretty sweet. So, alright, my audio is working properly. Let me know if the audio is working properly. Sounds like it is to me on my end. Hope you're doing well. And hey, I'm a G-Gon. Hope you're doing well, mate. And let me know what you're working on, dude. Get these hydras done. Just missed a little bit of bone I've got on one of the bases that needs to get done. Just get this. This is like a little piece actually you get from the Stonehorn kit, which is kind of cool. Thought it's just got some skulls and stuff on it. Tyrannid Shrikes are nice. I have horrible memories of Tyranids. Bane of my existence growing up. One of my cousins that I sort of grew up playing with played Tyranids, and when you first sort of start, they sort of rip you apart. Gene Stealers and Space Marines from like the Battle for McCrag set. Oh, awesome. You only pronounce one G in your name. Okay, cool. I'm going. Cool. Nice. You doing any particular Hive fleet? I'm a little bit out of whack with 40k knowledge. I haven't played very much of the new edition. I haven't followed the lore very heavily on the more recent editions, but I don't know if there's any new Hive fleets or anything like that, or if you're going for like one of the classic ones like Behemoth or Leviathan or Kraken. Or going for something of your own. That should be here. Yeah, there's a little skull over here too. I'm not too fiddly with my bases, I just sort of... That's sort of bone, I think there's a little bit of stonework I saw somewhere, yep. Just some mech standard on this, and then we just got some tree bits to pick out, and I'll do the mushrooms at the end, but I'll probably start working on the mushrooms after this. And once I've done the mushrooms, I should be able to wash these parts, and then I'll go do something. Oh, Jumunga. Nice, yeah. Jumunga is the other one I know, mainly because it's the colour scheme I would paint Tyranids if I got Tyranids. I love the whole like effectively B scheme to them, and I like my Norse mythology, so Jumunga, or however you say it. Terrible with pronunciation, as we've already figured out. But yeah, I'd definitely do them, the black and yellow scheme. So, start on some mushrooms. Green. No rough nut. Oop. Good thing that one's almost empty. Not sure if you can see where I'm painting. I'm just trying to make sure I get the angle right for, so people can see where. No worries, man. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. I may just pause for a second after this one. Cheers, man. You too. I look forward to seeing your Tyranids. Don't forget to jump on the Discord and share them. If you're not a member of the Discord, jump on the Discord. Just give me 1 sec, guys. I'm just going to announce we're going live on the things. Alrighty, so let's just get these mushies done. We'll be able to go through, wash all the stuff. done. Alright, so for anyone watching, what have you been up to? Almost finished these goddamn hydras, and then we can start working on something else. So yeah, once my hydras are done, I'll probably start work on maybe just a single model or something, and just work a character. I've got a hurricane in there. I've almost finished. Hey, Origin Painting. We're working on some hydras at the moment. So the hydras are all done. I've got the bases and the handlers to finish, and we've got 6 of them pretty much good to go. Next colour. There is purple. What about yourself? Working on anything at all today? It is work in progress Wednesday after all, so what have you got? You can always chuck it in the Sinful Gaming Discord. If you've got something you're working on, should be a link in the description. Actually, give me a sec. I'll throw a link to the Sinful Gaming Discord where you can share all your hobby and stuff in the chat for everyone. And give me a sec. Hope everyone's doing nice and well. Oh, here we go. Oh, nice. There's a Discord link to the Sinful Gaming Discord where you can share hobby and stuff with people. So yeah, there's a Discord link to the Sinful Gaming Discord. You can chuck your stuff in there. We just, it looks a little bit empty, but we just refreshed the whole server, reformatting everything and stuff. So, yeah, there's that. But get sharing some hobby and let's fill it back up again. And so I think we're about time. We're going to add some washes to these bases, and then we'll bring back up with some dry brushing. All right. Do I not have it on the bench already? Nope. As you can see, we are super professional on this stream. I should already have all my paints out, but I don't. Keep telling myself I'll do that every time, and then I do need non-oil. But yeah, so what else have people been up to in the past week, hobby-wise? Now I finally finished off the Zinch I'd been working on this week, just gone, so glad that's all done out of the way. About 1,500 points of Zinch for Warhammer Quest and Age of Sigmar, so that's all done. Oh, I do have Agrex on my desk, so it was staring me blank in the face. Yeah, organisation is I try to be as organised as possible. I've been running work in progress Wednesday posts and stuff for a while, so I'm like, well, maybe I should just do a hobby stream to tie along with them, so that's what I'm doing. So this is a weekly thing. Jump on here and do some hobby. It's a pretty good time because I seem to get the Americans and the UK guys at the same time, which is pretty cool. Sort of the only time really I can get as many people as I try, because there's a bunch of fantastic people that help support the channel and they're all over the world. I like yeah, so we're getting, we're getting through some models and getting some armies ready for when I can start catching up with the people I play games with and that are going to help with the channel and stuff, and we can get some games on the channel happening again. We just started like getting into battle reports and all that sort of stuff, and then obviously this will hit put a dent in that. Oh, good night. Thank you for joining, man. What other things are they hobby related? Yeah, it really is amazing to see how like massive the community is. Like I was always sort of like the guy that stayed inside GW, never went out to anything else, and was always scared of like tournament scenes and all that sort of stuff. But I must say, like, if you get into a game, I don't know for all games, but I know for Age of Sigmar, the tournament scene is fantastic, without a doubt. I've made so many good friends and like real friends. Like they're not friends of gaming anymore. These are people I've, groomsmen at my wedding. Like real friends with the community. And yeah, it's a great community. I really love the Age of Sigmar community. But yeah, I strongly suggest going to events for people because you just meet great people at events. You meet other people that enjoy the hobby as much as you do, and it doesn't matter. You don't need to be competitive. You can go to the tournament and expect to lose every game, and you'll still have a great time because you meet a bunch of people. And they're all cool hobbyists, and like I've never seen a game like I played Fantasy all 3 years. I played 40k and stuff like that. I played Lord of the Rings, and I've dabbled in other like gaming communities. I used to do like professional Pokemon as well. You can tell I'm a fan of Pokemon. I have the Pikachu top on. But I've never seen a community quite like the Age of Sigmar one. And now I'm just looking for something. Because you can't find the paint. And I want. There we go. Nice little grey. So picking out the tops of these mushrooms, just like tiny little streaks of grey. It helps break up the colour and make them a little more natural looking. Learned a good deal of mushrooms. I find a great way to learn some new techniques for painting or learn some new ideas for colourings and stuff like that is I follow painting tutorials occasionally and will paint to the tutorial, and you find out like cool little things. So I painted up, and he's just behind me actually. Painted up this dude, Snazgar Stink Mullet, a fungoid cave shaman for the Gloomspike Gits. Painted him up and learnt a bunch of like new little techniques and stuff, all to do with like painting mushrooms and that, which was pretty cool. That was just following like a standard GW paint tutorial for it. Yeah, that's awesome to hear. Like X-Wing as well is the same thing. I'm glad to hear that. I've dealt with some bad communities before as well. I won't name and shame anything because that's not right, but I will say there are communities that aren't quite so friendly. We'll go over that. Sorry about just concentrating while I do like the stripes on the top of the mushrooms. This just takes a little bit of concentration. Just gotta see. Goblins are pretty awesome. I love the new goblins from Games Workshop. The Gloomspike Gits are just stunning miniatures. Sort of see the, I don't know if you can see the sort of effect, just like picking out the tops of the mushrooms and just gives them a little streak and makes them look like they're a little bit like sun damaged. Although I think mushrooms would be rather healthy considering the army I'm doing is hailing from the realm of life. We're just going to go for some brighter greens to make stand out of the base. So yeah, if you get so if you've got a box of squigs, right, get the Shadespire Warband for Gloomspike Gits, and you'll have pretty much every option you'll ever take in a Warcry Warband, because that gives you squigs on foot, like non-mounted squigs. Gives you a wizard for a mercenary you can potentially purchase. It also gives you a bunch of different Gloomspite dudes, including squig herders and stabbers and shooters and stuff. It'll give you everything you could ever need for a Gloomspite Warband. So I'm going to go on the leaves of these to make them stand out. I'm going to go for like a much brighter green and probably highlight with some yellow. So I probably won't actually shade this down at all, mainly because I want these leaves to stand out from the rest of the model. Then I've got this Venus flytrap thing here. But yeah, yeah, strongly recommend getting that. I'm just going to pull my camera back. Can you guys see where I'm painting? Yeah, okay, you can see where I'm painting from. Good. Wasn't sure if the camera was far enough away. Still getting used to having my little tripod for my camera over there. I would use the term. I wouldn't use the term pro for myself. I am very basic on a purposeful level. I have no intention of ever being a golden diamond painter or any of that standard. I have no intention of being a high quality painter. I paint, I would say, slightly above tabletop is what I aim for. Yeah. Although I do paint probably my heroes, I've like done some rather high quality heroes and stuff like that. But on my main dudes, like my troops, my armies, I'm never going to paint. I'm not going to paint a single clan rep for freaking, hours. Totally just wipe that in my beard. Yuck. Yeah, I like to be like just above tabletop standard is where I aim to be. That whole I'm just slightly above the mid ground, and that's where I like to be. I feel like I get there. Oh, give me a sec. I'll go grab my comp piece, the one I actually entered as a comp piece. So these are, I guess, higher standard pieces. So this is my Nomad Prince I did. He's done up to a higher level. And this is the Thunder Tusk. That's done up to a higher level. So I do like occasional pieces. I'll probably do most of my Ogre army up to a higher level just because it's such low model count. So my Ogre army will probably be rather nice. Crap falling over everywhere in my area. So they're like competition pieces I've done. Or at least to that level. I've never entered anything in a painting competition. Yeah, the Ogre was a ton of fun. I've got 3 more Thunder Tusks to paint up. That will probably hit the desk very soon just because it's another quick army. I'm trying to get armies nice and quick to get on the table for the YouTube channel and stuff like that, so Ogres will probably hit up very soon. Anyway, now we're going to start working on... So these are the handlers for the Hydras that I'm working on. So now we're going to start picking out the armor on them. Yeah, considering the age of like a lot of the ogre kits that GW puts out, they're fantastic character to them. What armies do I play? I don't think there's an army I don't own for Age of Sigmar now. I don't have Legion of Nagash, and I don't have Feck, and I don't have Nighthaunt, but I have an Ossiarch Bone Reapers. So, what do I have that I can see? I've got Ossiarch Bone Reapers. I've got pretty much every Order army in existence. So I've got Daughters of Cain, I've got Deepkin, I've got Stormcast, I've got Cities of Sigmar, I've got Sylvaneth. I've got a massive Scourge Privateers army. That's sort of the thing I started my whole thing on, whole channel started on an idea of Scourge Privateers when they weren't part of Cities of Sigmar. So that's I've got the old Dark Elf Pirates. It's like a full 2,000 point army of just them. I've got Ogre Moor Tribes. I've got Gloomspite Gits. I don't have Iron thingies. To start collecting Ogre set, if you buy like 3 to 4 of them, you've got an Ogre army that will like actually win tournaments. To put it that way, I think Ogres and Feck are the two best. You buy 4 start collecting boxes of either Ogres or Feck, and you have like a legit tournament army. And Wasarin, good morning, mate. Nice to see you. I'm still painting Cities of Sigmar. I haven't started the Stormcast yet. I want to get these Hydras done. I have a Stormcast model on the painting desk if that makes you feel good. I'll just say Armagon, I didn't say them all. And I've got a Primaris Space Marine Force up here as well. I've got a bunch of Blood Bowl teams. I've got Skaven Force, I've got Zinch, I've got Khorne. The only Chaos army I don't have is Slaanesh. But I definitely actually want to get a Slaanesh Force. Hey, well, sorry, you might be able to help me out here, or anyone in the chat. I'm not sold on GW metallics outside of Retributor and Leadbelcher. What are some good metallic paint companies that are worth a look in? Especially for like the base, not for... I'm sorry, not Leadbelcher, Stormhost Silver is the one I like. The 2 new metallics from GW, Stormhost Silver and Retributor Armor, are absolutely fantastic. But I'm not sold. Like, Leadbelcher is okay, but I find it hit and miss. I don't know why I've never had Slaanesh. Slaanesh has just never been an army that I've got. Zench has always been my favourite. It probably has something to do with the fact that I like blue. Vallejo have really good metallics. Cool. Good to know. Is there any like metallic specific like companies out there? Because it's sort of something that like... Is there a Vallejo supplier in Adelaide at all that we know of? Oh, Vallejo. Okay, cool. I was asking you because I knew you'd say which one Vince used. Cool. So Vallejo is the metallics to go for. Good to know. Yeah, Leadbelcher, I've had like pots that are really good of it, but it's really inconsistent. I'll just say if Vince Venturella says it's a good paint, I'll buy it. Any of you guys who don't watch, who like good paints, Oh, do you know is there any like local shops that stock it? I wonder if Oh, I think Hobby Habit actually stocks Vallejo, so I might. I always try to buy through there. I won't buy through Amazon on principle or Siren. Um, and they're not. I try to always buy Australian if I can, or through an Australian store, or at very least, I'll buy through a New Zealand store. Because, you know, New Zealand's pretty much just Australia. Everyone thinks it's part of Australia anyway. Probably just started a fight with a whole bunch of my New Zealand buddies. Cool. I might have a look at like Hobby Habit or something. I do. Yeah, I will say like their dry metal. What is it? Necron Compound is really good. Um, they're like specialist metallics are really good. They're just general line of metallics. Things like when I painted my KO, what color was it? And my Skaven, I'm using like a Screaming Bell is freaking horrible. And not the worst one. What was the worst one I used? Was Sycorax Bronze. I did not enjoy painting with that at all. I'm so glad the metallics on my KO are actually minimal considering their KO. Nice, yeah. So yeah, Siren, you mentioned you finally got Marathi on the painting desk. Looking forward to seeing what you do with her, man. Or I should say, you finally got Big Lady Marathi on the desk. Yeah. Got Marathi on the desk. Me and Mia will start working on her at some point. Must say, I really liked the brush I'm using. Anyone? These are fantastic. The Army Painter Wargamer Regiment size one. The fact that the like, triangular handle is so nice to hold. Do love my Windsor and Newtons though. Yeah, oh crap. Just responding to. Important message. Nice. So yeah. I saw you posted. I remembered that. I'm like, you saw Marathi, and then I remembered like I sort of put together what you said with Monster Marathi. I sort of skipped over a word there. Um, but awesome. I can't wait to see her finish, man. I can't wait to get painting my Marathi in general. I haven't painted something that big in a while. Probably work my way back up to something that detailed. I'll probably end up putting the ogres, paint on the ogres next. I feel like I want something different. I've just painted a whole bunch of like, it's weird to say, but like the Karakak, I painted a whole bunch of uniform models, if that makes sense, and like they're not very monstery. Like I painted a bunch of chaos in there with like Karakakalites and Chaos Warriors, but they're all still sort of, they're not bestial. I enjoy the breakup that the ogres provide, and like even painting my Hydras is still, they're not quite as savage looking. The Hydras are pretty plain models, to be fair. There's not an awful lot going on the Hydra models. Especially since I think, 4 out of the 6 I painted are the old Hydras. Or various old Hydras. I've actually got every iteration of cast that Hydra's been on the paint table at the moment. So we've got the original Metal Hydra, which is this little cute thing. I've then got the Metal Hydra. I've then got 2 fine cast versions of that Hydra, and then 2 of the plastic Hydra kit. Just picking up models second hand. It's funny, I had a whole bunch of notifications on Twitter and I was wondering what they were. And it was people are doing that army audit thing, and so I tried to do it, but I stopped when my Cities of Sigmar army got to 50k, and I hadn't actually finished with the Cities of Sigmar stuff, and I hadn't even started counting the Stormcast KO and Sylvaneth that count as part of that city, or the mercenary companies I have for it. I will say, like, you say shudder at Finecast for but those Hydras are an absolute asshole in Metal. That is one of the best kits that ever went to Finecast. I know so many Dark Elf players that screamed in joy when that thing went to Finecast because it was not a nice metal kit. The one I have there and has 3 or 4 pins to each head. It's just horrible. You know. Oh, nice. 50 monochrome Nighthaunt to paint. Yes, when you get onto those monochrome Nighthaunt, I should hopefully have my paint desk free that I can start painting some Stormcast to go along with you painting with that. You know what? If I ever get to America, buddy, I will give you a game and you can play Nighthaunt. We can play Nighthaunt vs Stormcast. The models we paint for this. Yeah, I will say, not the best things for Finecast were the big bulky models that got put into Finecast. My Orion in Finecast is fantastic. He's much better in Finecast than he was in Metal. I also bought the Tree Lord at that time. The old Metal Tree Lord was not cool. The Finecast one much better. Trying to think of other things that size that went Finecast. Can't really remember much else, but those sort of things were quite welcome in Finecast. I found characters that weren't quite so brittle were pretty bad. But yeah, it wasn't. Not everything was bad in Finecast. I'll say that. We'll leave it at that. There were some good things. Just don't talk to me about my goddamn Asteract Grim. Its axe head broke off when I was building it because it was so brittle. So I had to drill into the handle of the axe with like a millimeter wide hole and then put like a millimeter wide, like a couple of millimeter wide pin, and it was not fun. Oh yeah, there were like bad things with Finecast and like the bubbling issues and all that. GW no longer use like the original Finecast recipe either, though they use like a resin mix anyway. So more modern, you'll see they actually don't say Finecast in a lot of them anymore. They say resin. They actually gave up on Finecast completely. So yeah, you don't have that worry if you purchase something new. Yeah, see, the Slan's good because he's nice and bulky. Like Treekin were another good one actually. The Finecast Treekin were quite good. But yeah, Finecast wasn't all bad. Certainly wasn't all good either though. For anyone new jumping in, let us know what you're working on. See a few people jumping in. Oh yeah, for anyone who likes D&D and that sort of thing as well, I should have a giveaway for something very cool relating to Age of Sigmar on the channel coming up. So if you like D&D and that sort of thing, keep an eye out because you got to go to work. You got to go into work today. That sucks for Soren. You've gone back to work now, or are you just having one of those go-in days? I will say, like, some of these old models are not too bad in metal. Like, I actually really like the sculpt of this lady. So she's actually from the original Metal Hydra, and I really like her sculpt. She's actually quite cool. Her like facial features and all that are really cool. And don't forget, if you're watching the video, don't forget to leave a like, please. All that stuff counts and helps people find the channel. Three more of these to do up this metallics. Watch this, and we should be able to go back to the bases and dry brush them up, and then get the bases finished. And on the home stretch, got some metals done on this. I've only got like the gold and the scalings to pick out, and a few little odds and sods here and there that will need to get picked out. And we are done these hydras. Just give me 1 sec. I think I'm part of some Twitter beef now on something. I just saw someone post something that looked like Twitter beef. No worries, Nate. Have a good night, mate. Thank you for sticking by. Don't forget to leave a like. Alrighty, so what are people most excited to be getting when all the new stuff comes out? Like, what model are you going to buy? What, like, new release or something are you looking the most forward to getting? For me, it is, without a doubt, I cannot wait for those elves and wait for Lumineth to come out. I'm just so excited for Lumineth. Don't care what the rest of the internet says. I love them. Missed a little bit on this dude. But yeah, so I've actually got a couple of high elf models around. I might actually at some point do a test run. Yeah, I love Techless. I love that Techless model. I cannot wait to get to paint that. I especially love Selenar in that. I think the beast Selenar, the Spirit of Haish, is a fantastic beastie. What else? This lady's pretty well. Just can't wait to be done these hydras and just have the be able to have the models done and show the work I put into them. I've had to make a few repairs. I got a lot of these Hydra. In fact, I got all these Hydras secondhand. So there's a few of the handlers that had broken weapons, broken arms. So I had to replace one of her arms with a cool spear from a Dark Rider kit. and one of the whips here had to be from a Sister of Slaughter on one of these ones. So I've only got a certain amount of handlers, and I've got 6 Hydras, so there's going to be 3 Hydras, I think. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be 4 of the Hydras with 1 handler, but yeah. Yeah, so last handler to get the metal on, and we'll go through, we'll wash all the metal, and then we can start working on the gold, wash that, and then get highlighting. And I've just got small details to do after that, which is awesome. There's a little knob on this that's not been cut off. Press the second-hand models. Just glad these models will be getting some love. You know, when you see Hydras that old and they're still not painted, you go, oh, okay, this model was never getting loved. Or it was before, so I'm glad I can chuck some paint on it and give it some love. But yeah. when GW opens, so the reopening isn't happening in Australia, the rest of the world. It all depends how quickly Lumineth are out. So if Lumineth are out, I'll probably get some of them straight away. But I'll be something boring like I need bases for the Stormcast, so I'll be getting the Shattered Dominion 40mm bases. Will be the first thing I'll be looking to get. Boring, I know, but that's what I need. So. Alrighty. Get some washes happening. So here's my trusty Nuln oil. And hello to anyone just popping in. Hope you're all doing well. So, if the Lumineth aren't coming out straight away, I'll be getting. Although very well could be Castellan Green as well, because I'll need that for the bases as well. I've got all the bases I need Castellan Green with Castellan Green on them at the moment, so it's not the most immediate thing, but probably actually need to grab our Valhalla Blizzard as well. So light this one because I've got one fine cast handler and the other two are metal. When I pick them up, I keep thinking I'll drop something or something's broken off him because it's not got any weight to it. Yeah, I'm almost out of my 32s because I just did the Zinch Force on them. So a bunch of Karakaklites and Chaos Warriors ate up my 32s that I had spare from most of my Cities Force. I do need some 32s for my KO. Because they're getting based the same as my Cities army. So my Sylvaneth and my Stormcast and my Cities are all getting based the same, so the armies are interchangeable with whatever I want. But yeah, so we're getting there. Dry off my wash brush a little bit. And last handler to wash the metal on, and while we wait for this to dry we'll go back and work on the bases. Works really well when you're doing two like big models because you've got the 3 different parts that you can work on them, sort of stop starting on different parts so you keep busy. Very important thing I try and do is have multiple projects on the same time so I can keep stopping and starting. I can wait for a wash to dry and go do something else. Dry brush of administrative green. Oops, and I just chucked that brush right where I wash. I think I'm going to grab my other tile. Luckily, I have more. That brush is food. No worries, man. Thank you for watching Origin Painting. Have a good night, mate. Don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Gotta go do that adult thing. Be the Dadhammer. That one done. So on this one I've got to go over this couple of leaves I need to pick out so I can, once I've done the dry brushing, I can go back and do all this. What was I doing? So got secondary dust highlight to do. Secondary dust highlight. Very light highlight. Dry brush over that with your shabby bone. Oops. Secondary dust on the bone here as well. Secondary dust. Sorry, your shabby. Shrink skull for later. Carrot. That's your shabby there. That sounds like me. Can always use more models. I'm not sure if you saw the whole what was it called? Inventory, or like what was it called? The army audit thing that went around. I stopped counting my cities of Sigma when I'd hit 50k, and I hadn't actually started counting the Stormcaster, of which I own actual whole chambers of. So go through and layer all the skulls. No, I remembered, man. I am totally getting to those Stormcast. There's just a few things I had on the paint. Trying to just get that area clean first, and then I can move stuff onto it. So once I've got this and a few things cleared up, I'll be jumping on those Stormcast to get them done. So, I mean, I've got a lot more than 80 Stormcasts. I've got two 2,000 point armies of Stormcast that I actually have sitting there waiting to be painted up. So, very lucky you might actually see more than 80 models done. I've got an old Vanguard wing army that I want to paint up. I've also got the Soulstrike Brotherhood that I want to get painted up as well, which is the like Castigator list. Mainly because I love Castigators. I think they're fantastic models. It's probably the only way that they ever are going to run. Oh, awesome. Oh, yeah. Painted of cities, I've got 2, 4, 6, probably about 9-10,000 points of painted cities now. Once I get these Hydras done, and that'll be quickly added to. The idea is that I want to try and get as much more order done. And then I'm going to challenge people with Chaos Armies to come try and take my city, and I'll set up Hallowforge. Yeah, in my cities I count up my Stormcast and some KO I've got painted as well. And my other order, like my city is all my order armies. All those ones done. Now I've got to go through with this bad boy. And go for the gold on him. Ooh, that retributed gone mad. It's pretty much empty though, so I understand why it has. No, Soren, thank you for coming along, mate, and have a good day at work. through and get all this hair done. Alright, just getting some gold done. Just got to check something. Alright, so we're on the home stretch now. I've got the gold. Got a couple last washes on these dudes. I've just got to pick out the scales on a few that I'm going to do very similar to how I did the actual Charybdis. Not Charybdis, Hydra. Wrong half. Got this little thing here to finish. Just got a quick dry brush on that. And then we'll end the stream because I won't cut the bases and do all that sort of stuff on stream. That's just loud and annoying for people to watch. But I'll post up pictures of them very soon. So we'll finish these. I'll probably jump off very soon once we've got these last few bits done. Thank you everyone for jumping on tonight. It's been a really good hobby stream actually. I'm really chuffed with it. one dude because I did the WIP arm swap. I didn't do the van brace that he's now got. So. Just making through the last bits now. Alright. We're going to call the stream here just because it's got quiet. There's no point continuing on the stream. I'll finish these up and I'll get some pictures up. Don't forget to leave a like, please. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And most of all, don't forget to stay well, stay safe, and keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now, guys.